What is up? What is going on, Prashant? Good to see you. Bassam, Peter, Abdul, Marcelo, Zeke, MJ. How is it going? Good morning. Good luck to everyone. Let's switch over. Let's get this going because I didn't make a recap video and I wanted to. I was out of town for an event. To kind of sum up what is going on, and that is the issue. So we ended the eighth finals, whatever that's called, whatever that means, and we are now left with four groups, a total of 16 teams, 4 teams per group, 16 teams vying for the top spots. 8 teams will move on, and I think after this weekend, we'll get a better idea of who's probably going to be moving into the actual finals. Queen Zero, what's going on? Good to see you. Good to see you. So, 4 teams in each group makes it a little easier. There's only, 2, 4, there's only 8 matches to watch today, or keep an eye on, I should say. The problem is all matches are probably going to be pretty good. But let's talk about who's left, and let's see about some of our projections here. In Group 1 here, we have 1330, PYW, the Psycho Wreckers, 1344, WGS, Multiple Wargasms, 1205, T5X, Titans, and 1401, 3OS, 300 Spartans. In Group 1, honestly, Group 1 is a pretty rough group to be in, especially for 1330 and 1401. The clear favorites here are going to be 1344 and 1205. The thing is, in each group, only 2 teams are going to move on. So as far as standings go, as in terms of who's the strongest, I guess so to say, or who's the most active, I guess, however you want to word it. In this group, I'm going to say that WGS and T5X are going to be your top 2 teams in this group. However, I wouldn't necessarily count 1330 or 1401 out, but more than likely in this grouping, you're going to see 1344 and 1205 moving on. However, this all does come down to who's paired with who for matches. The problem is if T5X gets a couple of bad matchups, they might actually get knocked out. So that's the thing that people need to keep an eye on. Not that they will or they should, but it's a possibility. So a lot of things do come down to how people are matched up. Oh, crucial match. Well, good luck, MJ. Well, boy, good to see you, Marcelo. What's going on? So Group 1 is going to be a rough one. You got pretty much the top alliance sitting in here, but that doesn't mean you can't get some shakeups. In Group 2, we have DKBS, WNV, XYA, GV3, all in the same. TJ, how's it going? Good to see you. Today's matchups are going to have WNV versus DKBS and GV3 versus XYA. Honestly, I have a feeling it's going to be GV3 and WNV, but I could be wrong. But this should be a pretty close matchup to watch here. It'll be interesting to see. 1235. Actually, do I have that backwards? I think 1235 is the top. I could be messed up. I'm trying to. I get my alliances all mixed up. But for me, I'm gonna say WNV and GV3 are gonna be your favorites in this grouping. But like I said, matches are going to change things altogether. Group 3, we got Killuminati from 1299, 1314, a 9MD who squeaked in there at the last second. 1224, NWO, who's going to be the favorite in this group. And 1337, EGK, who took a big loss with Immigration. Surprisingly, they're still in there. But we're going to see how that pans out. However, I will say NWO is going to be your top alliance in this grouping, and I can pretty much guarantee you they're going to be moving on. The matches today are going to be 1299 Killuminati versus 1337 EGK. I'm going to say Killuminati is going to be your favorite there, and NWO 1224 versus 1314 9MD. I'm going to say NWO is going to be your favorite in this match for you betting people. Group 4. 1250 RAU, 1236 INM, 1392 and 1317 HXN. DYA and HXN both squeaking in last second into the next round. RAU is going to be your favorite here in this one, and INM, honestly. But let's see what the matchups are today. Are going to be HXN and DYA. This one is actually going to be pretty interesting, but I don't know. It depends on how many people show up from each, but more than likely 1392 might actually take this DYA. But that depends on how many people show up for HXN. DYA does have a very active team, so it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to overcome that, but HXN could also come by. 1250 RAU and INM. This is going to be another close match here. My money is going to be on RAU, but that doesn't mean INM can't have a win here today. So we're going to be starting. They should be doing the matchups, logging in about 5 more minutes. And then the actual matches should start in about 15. But I wanted to talk about what was going on here. If we look at, let's see what the bets are. I'm going to say the bets are pretty close. Killuminati here. Yep, I could say that. WNV. Yep. HXN. I don't know. I honestly, I don't know. 1392 may upset, but it depends. It really does. I mean, for snits and giggles, I'm gonna go ahead and bet on DYA and see what happens. T5X and WGS. I mean, I would hope T5X wins more than likely, but you never know. NWO, yeah, I would say NWO is the favorite here. RAU, oh, INM. I always get my alliances confused here. I honestly, I'm not sure. Let me see. I would say. Now, what do you say? And who do you think is going to be your top? So, honestly, yeah, INM will probably win. INM's probably the tougher alliance here. Yeah, there's a few interesting ones. I'm going to say it's going to be tough. And like most of you know, and I'm pretty sure almost everyone in here is actually taking part in a lot of these matches, but it's really, a lot of it does also depend on how many people actually show up. For giggles, I'm going to make the bet here on RAU. They're probably not going to win, but I mean, this is actually my farm base, so it doesn't really matter what I'm betting on. Honestly, 3OS and PYW, I don't know. This is going to be an actual interesting one too. PYW had a rough start last week on their last match. So I don't know. This is actually a pretty close one. I don't know. You don't really have a very good multiplier because you don't see a lot of, there's not anything one way or the other. What would I bet? Both have very solid showings. That's the problem. 1401, the only reason I would not go with them is because they're newer to this experience, but so is PYW. I don't know. I'm going to go with PYW on this one. GV3 and XYA, GV3 is going to win. This is an easy one. Yeah, I can tell you that right now. XYA is not going to be able to compete against GV3. It's just not happening. Sorry, not sorry. What up, Iron John? Good to see all of you. Which matches are you most interested in? INM, more max bases than RAU? Yeah, well, I mean, yes, they are extremely tough. So it'd be interesting to see. You're probably right, though. INM probably is going to win. In fairness, they most likely are. I mean, I bet. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Like I said, this is my farm base. If I bet on the underdog and the underdog pulls it off, that'd be interesting. But, whatever. Though to bet on, yeah. So, so yeah, which ones are you interested in? I'd like to see which games. So I'm gonna try and do at least 3 matches showing when they do start, so we can kind of at least try and keep tabs on what's going on. Shoot, I wish I could do. I mean, I could do like all 6 screens. I gotta set that up though. I could do like 6 screens and show 6 matches at once. I just couldn't navigate all 6 at the same time. That would be confusing. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But yeah. So yeah, that should be interesting to see. As far as what are we doing here with match stats? Where is everyone here? Perseverance, the MVP so far, JSR from Killuminati. Personal match score. I don't know how much I go by this though. I don't really trust this in this sort of format. Everyone has their role and what they do and what they're good at, so it's kind of hard to like really go off of that. Who's got the most kills so far though? GV3. GV3's got the most kills here, close up with 7DJ, but 58 is knocked out. TJO's knocked out. 3OS 1401 still in there. They're the next ones. At number 5, HXN GV3. GV3's got a lot of savage bases to kill. Let's see. Gathering. I mean, like so I said, gathering doesn't really mean anything. You just have your weaker players gather. Escort, this will be the tough one, people that hold up the most, but this is for escorting the key. So basically you have one person that likes to, not likes, but is assigned to look for the key, grab it, and use their strongest to hold out. I mean, and then match score for capture, same thing. Who's capturing the most bases? This is probably the more accurate one. Oblivion is in the preparation phase. All teams. Warning. All teams, battle stations. Infinity, what's going on? So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So yeah, and then afterwards I got gift codes we'll give out, and I will do the command thing again, so you're gonna have to use the command. I'm probably gonna have to put a thing up saying, hey, use this, but whatever. At least it worked. That's the big thing. Good post. So we are entering the matchup preparation phase. They're going to be going live in about 10 minutes. So, be interesting to see. Sub-Zero, good to see you, though. Good to see you. Andres, good to see you. So, yeah, if you want to enter the giveaway, you have to be here when I set it up and do the pick me. I'm going to open it up for like 5-6 minutes. And then I think I have... How many do I have I can give out? I might as well give you the number now. I'm pretty sure it's like 15. I think I could do 15 again. Yeah, I could do 15. Go. Everyone's going. All right. So, yeah, I'm gonna pick a couple things here. I will try and navigate a little bit, but it's gonna be interesting to see. It's really gonna be interesting to see how many people actually show up. That's gonna be the big tell, but I would say at this point, almost all the alliances are aware of where they're at, and they should be showing up. There should be no more barely show ups unless there is something massive going on. Nice. So... And I went out of town this week, so I wasn't able to do a recap video or a video in general. So I'm gonna be doing today. I'm gonna stream, and then tomorrow I'm gonna stream the matches. We're gonna see who winds up finishing up this weekend and where they're kind of sitting. That's gonna be a big tell as to who's probably gonna be moving on. However, I will say the third match, round 3, is really going to be tight, because depending on how people are matched up, you might see a lot of upset matches, and it's very important to keep an eye on that, because you might have one person with 2 wins, but everyone else is like all over the place, and if they get a bad matchup, they might get knocked out. So Let go. I know. I hate waiting. 7 minutes. 7 minutes to see who is going to be matched up. Yeah. And what else we got? Anything else? Gamma Storm for us. I don't know. Not everyone has that right now. Card clears going on. Interstellar Decor Cabin, which that's a different topic for a different day. Oblivion is going on. And we still got the UR Hero live. How many of you got the full unlocked UR Hero yet? Any of you? Good luck. Yes, good luck. This is going to be tough. Like I said, as you progress in it, it's going to get tougher and tougher. Especially for the younger states, it's going to be a lot harder. You know, when you have a 1401 versus a 1205, that's tough. That's a lot of technology and upgrades that they're behind on. So that's going to be rough, but it doesn't mean they can't do it. As long as they're active, you get a lot of active players and they all stay focused on their job. I mean, they could probably do a lot of disruption as far as points goes in capturing structures, and they might not be able to hold them, but they can capture them if they work together. But that's a different topic for a different day. 5 more minutes. We're going to get going. But yeah, the UR Hero. What do you feel about the UR Hero? Like, first off, do you like her? And second off, the other question is, do you even like the system that they have in place for getting her, obtaining her, or a UR Hero? I don't know. I did a video on it. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, I like this aspect where you can kind of get extra stuff if you don't get, the medal or a copy of the hero. I like that aspect, but it is costly. I will say that it's not easy to get it. So I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Farm, I just use it for just basically resources. All right, 4 more minutes. Yes. You need to be fast. Yeah, that's the thing though. You need to be fast in ASC, which means honestly investing in vehicle strength might be a benefit to a lot of players. Making your vehicles tougher would actually pay off in ASC. I am doing well, thank you. I hope you're doing well too. I hope everyone's doing well this Saturday. I'm sure the majority of you are still in Saturday. I don't think anyone should be in Sunday yet. I know waiting is the worst part. So let me not that one. Let's get the others. Not that. Which one is it? Okay. So we're gonna have 3 matches going on. Roy, what's going on? Yes. It's good to see all of you though. I'm glad you're here. We're gonna get started soon. Hopefully we have some interesting matches today. Let me see how things go. I could probably wonder if I make this bigger. Oh no, not like that. A little bit bigger. All right. Match is starting. 2 minutes till showtime. But yeah, DYA squeaked right in there. That was interesting. That's kind of shitty though for INM and or for RAU to get matched in, getting in the quarterfinals and get matched again with them with INM. Oh, that had to have been rough. But yeah, this should be an interesting one. However, INM might be dominating this one. I would like to see this DYA against HXN. I'd like to see how that's going to pan out. 1 minute 40 seconds. Good luck to everyone that is participating. If you're in here now, good luck, you guys. A lot of you are gonna need it. Well, maybe strategies more so than luck, but luck does play a factor as well. All right. I hate waiting. I wanted to get started just because I wanted to talk about a little bit of what the setup was, but now I'm sitting here going, come on. So it'll be interesting. It'll be an interesting day to see how these first matches go. Which is better, the hero skin in Eden Shop or the normal skin? Eden Shop. Your Eden Shop skins are always better. Your Doomsday store, the Eden coins, the ones that you use Eden coins for, they're always better. Always better options. That's why they're harder. They're technically cost more. Eden coins are harder to obtain, quote unquote. 28. Come on. Show it. I want to see. What up, TPX? Good to see you. Good luck. Niche, how's RT? Another day. Oh god. All right. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Let's take a look at WGS and T5X first over here. Oh, are you kidding me? I spent all this time and I didn't. Oh, you're killing me here. I could have had this done then. Oh, you're killing me. Oh, jeez. Yes. I could have had all this done. It's kind of stupid of me. Oh, come on. All right. Oh, this one's good to go. And this one's good to go. Okay, so these ones are good to go. All right. At least we could start watching some of them. Maybe not on the big screen, but we could start watching them in in the smaller ones. Group 2, what was it? No, let's not do this one just yet. Let's go to group 4. I believe INM was the next one here. RAU, INM. And then when these guys get back in, I can get the big screen going. Oh, let me turn off this. Marching animations. All right. Oh, God. They're already going. What is it? I can't even. T5X is already on the move. But it looks like not INM. God, I'm already getting confused. Oh my God. Stop. Stop. Just. Yeah, we're already ready to go. WGS and T5X already at it. Looks like WGS is taking a lead, but not by much, so it's a lot to see how that's going to pan out. Over here, we got INM and RAU, right? Yeah. We got a lot from RAU here, and INM has a lot as well. So we're going to see how this is already going. They're already going. Dang. All right. So we got some building captures over here already. And over here, should be able to make this bigger. No, not that one. I need that. Oh, come on. Trying to make it bigger to see so it's more appealing, I guess, so to say. And then I'm gonna make this one bigger. That one. All right. Should be a little bit easier to see then. Okay, here we go. So let's get let me click in and see what the scores are. This one looks like it's gonna be the closer one. RAU, INM so far. So let's bring that one on the big screen. INM, RAU on the big screen. Let's switch this. T5X will keep on the middle one so we can keep an eye on it. I feel like RAU has a much bigger showing. I mean, not that that means anything. All right, come on. That really doesn't mean anything because obviously RAU is losing all their structures, so they're gonna have to get moving. So yeah. Go, yes. All right, got marching off of here. Let's do this. I wanted to actually take a look in Group 1. The PY 3OS and PYW match is what I wanted to actually see because I feel like that's going to be a close one. Oh, thank you, Rana. This is great. I know, it's like craziness right now. All right. So right now, T5X and IN are, god dang, I can't remember. I know T5X and WGS. There we go. Going head to head over here. And then over here, let's turn this. PYW and 3OS. It looks like 3OS is taking a nice lead right now. 3OS has a decent showing. Let's see what is over here. They don't really. Yeah. PYW did not show up today. Did not show. So I have a feeling this is going to go to 3OS. But this is not gonna, this kind of showing is not gonna fly from here on out. So they're gonna get knocked out quick if they don't have a better showing than this. For both sides, to be honest. Yeah. Both sides need to have a better showing than this. 3OS did show up pretty decently, but they're not gonna, that's not gonna work if they don't, show up more. T5X is actually falling behind. WGS is taking a nice big nice lead here. So we'll see if T5X could be able to pull it together here. And then over here is what did I put? Oh, RAU. This one's still going to be close. RAU and INM. INM is projected to be the favorite, but RAU is going to be fighting tooth and nail for everything. How long they hold out is anyone's guess. Let's break from T5X. WGS is pulling a almost over 3,000 point lead almost. So let's back out of here and let's take a look at another match. Same thing over here. 3OS is taking a nice big lead, almost a 4,000 point lead. So we could back out of this one. 3OS seems like if they can continue that trend, they'll take a win. All three matches in single stream. Yeah, I'm trying. And I try to jump around as much as I can to keep an eye on as many as I can. You might not be able to see everything. It's harder to kind of keep tabs on all the movement of everything, but at least you can keep an eye on score. So T5X is taking a loss here. PYW is taking a loss here so far. It doesn't mean it's over. I'm not saying calling it yet. A key can change things. You know, a better setup, some strength, whatever can change everything really quick. Strategy as well. We haven't looked at Group 2 yet. Group 2, we got WNV and DKBS. WNV's projected winner here. Same thing with GV3. So let's take a look at WNV in this one on the right side. And let's take a look at the XYA match on the other side and see what's going on here. Looks like INM is starting to pull away with a 2,000 point lead. We got a blowout almost over here. DKBS is taking a huge L on this one. Shame they all showed up too, but kind of expected when you're against like one of the top alliances projected in this whole match. So I think it's pretty safe to say that we can clear this one, WNV. I mean, we all kind of expected this. Same thing over here on the other side. XYA is taking a huge loss on this. GV3 is going to dominate this match. Both of these matches in Group 2 we kind of expected. Nothing new on this end, so we'll go ahead and back out of this. WNV is going to take the win here. I can already declare that. GV3 is going to take the win here. So in Group 2, we've already determined winners. In the big screen, we still have RAU and INM in a fairly close match. But it looks like INM is starting to pull away. Whether or not RAU can hold on is anyone's. It doesn't look it because they only have 2 watchtowers up. INM has a bunch of watchtowers up already. Looks like it's going to be a really tough uphill battle for RAU to come back. As you can see, INM starting to pull away with a good 4,000 point lead almost. Let's head over to Group 3 and see what's going on over here. Group 3, we got the Killuminati and EGK. I have a feeling Killuminati is going to be dominating that match. And NWO 9MD could be a close one. Not necessarily saying it's going to be, but we'll go with it and take a look and see what's going on over there. Yeah, we got a big blowout over here. This match is actually fairly close. So we got a big blowout. EGK taking a huge L. Killuminati is going to be winning this match. That's pretty apparent. In the 9MD NWO, this is a fairly close match. We're only talking 1,000 points. You got Red for 9MD, who has a 1,000 point lead. This is actually a pretty surprising one, but 9MD is so far winning, but this is going to be a very close match. INM's taking the lead here by a good amount. They're probably going to hold on to that, and they're only going to get worse. So I'm going to go ahead and bounce out of the EGK match. This is going to go straight to Killuminati. We could bounce out of there. So let's take a look at our closer matches, because those are going to be the main highlighted ones, I'll be honest with you. So I wish I could put more up and watch all the close ones, but we're gonna have to bounce around for a little bit. So we're gonna leave this one up. This is a very close one. They're almost neck and neck. However, it looks like 9MD is taking the lead so far on NWO. However, NWO hopefully will make a comeback because they need it. I think NWO is a better team than that, but hey, what do I know? DYA? Yeah, DYA. I had a feeling DYA was going to get crushed. They're going to get crushed today. This one, Spartan started pulling away. T5X was taking a not a loss, but they were kind of falling behind. Group 2 was already called, I could tell you that. Group 3, we already have the close match there. Group 4, HXN and DYA. Yeah, HXN was dominating here. So RAU, and that's the one on the main screen. So let's go back. Wait, did I check in on? I don't think I checked in on HXN. I'm sorry. Let me do that. Yep, we got a neck and neck match here. NWO 9MD. This is going to be quite an interesting match, I have a feeling. This is going to come down to the wire. So we'll keep an eye on this one. I might actually move this one to the main screen. Yeah, DYA is taking a massive L. Yeah, so HXN is going to take a win on this one. That's 10,000 point lead is hard to come back from. Your Eden finally opened up? Nice. I know. What'd you do? So it should be what? You should be with the 1410, right? All right, let's go back to group 1 here. T5X. Yeah, and it looks like INM is starting to pull ahead big time, so we will back out. I'm going to put the NWO match up on the main screen. That seems to be a bigger match here. 1390 to 1420. The 3 brackets? Even we don't have 3 brackets. You sure about that? You sure about that? I think it's 1410 is what you meant. I think you meant 1410. The 1 is right close to the 2. Which one was this? NWO. Right here. Yeah, they are neck and neck. Let's get a text. I just go over. Forgot. It's all good. It's all good. All right. Close this. Let's go out here. And they are going to be back and forth here at the spaceport. Come on. 9MD's right on top of it. The secret key has appeared. But who is it looks like 9MD must have it, right? Who has the key? It says the secret key appeared. Who has the key? No one grabbing the key? Oh, there we go. Finally, someone grabbed the key. Who got it? Are they just not gonna get it? No one's gonna go for it? Oh, now it's being escorted. About time someone caught on. All right. It looks like 9MD grabbed the key. Wait. No. NWO did. I'm sorry. Wait, I am so confused. Oh, they took the relay. Okay, that's where I'm confused on. Okay, so let's get this one. We don't need 2 matches of the same. The key is sitting there nice and pretty over in NWO world. NWO 9MD, they're going to go back and forth on this key for a while, I have a feeling. Key appeared here in this one, but we are starting to get a big pull away. WGS is starting to pull away big time. And they have the key right now, anyways. So it's going to be interesting to see how that pans out. Let's go. Let's send a screenshot of the bracket. Oh, okay. What up, Akib? I mean, maybe they did it because you're all, because I don't know, 14 to 1410's dead. I don't know, but 2 brackets is a little excessive. Ours wasn't 2 or 3 brackets. I meant. Anyways, let's check back in with 30S and PYW, see if anything's changed. We have a drastic pull away here. WGS making a massive pull away. It looks like T5X is going to take a loss today. I'm doing good, doing good, doing good. Cock, how's it going? DH start, nice, yes. So T5X is going to take a loss today. It looks like WGS is going to take the win here. And same thing here. 3OS is taking a massive lead. Looks like PYW is going to take a loss here. It looks like the game crashed. So yeah, let's get out of here. So 3OS is going to take the win here. WGS is going to take the win here today. This match here is going to be, I have a feeling this is going to be your most bloodthirsty match right here. 9MD and NWO. What, they both crashed? I mean, geez. Lucky me, huh? 1412 doesn't have Walking Dead heroes. Yeah, but I don't even use the Walking Dead heroes anymore, to be honest. I don't even use them anymore. They're not even part of the strongest formations anymore. And sadly, they're actually almost forgotten. All right. So WGS and 3OS going to take a win here. Group 1, Group 2, WNV looks like they had a massive lead. GV3 and XWA, that's going to be another one. So WNV and GV3 are going to take your wins today here in Group 2. Group 3, Killuminati and EGK. Killuminati was massively winning. NWO and 9MD is the one on the main screen. And then in Group 4, HXN, DYA, HXN's taking a massive lead. RAU and INM will switch over to that. See if there's a massive lead change here. If not, if there is, I'm going to wind up closing the smaller. Oh, Bernie, thank you for the subscription. Yeah, you won't get, even we're one behind. We don't have the newest one. Yep, we got a massive lead change here. So INM is probably going to be your winner here. You got 13,000 point lead. Not to, you know, naysay, but it looks like INM is going to take the win here. So really, we're only down to one match that's close, and I think we'll keep an eye on this one. They're going back and forth with this key. No one has claimed the key yet, but it looks like NWO currently has the key in their possession. Are they going to be able to hold on to it is another story. I think it's being escorted to this. Did it get reset? No, it's being escorted to the second relay. If they can last 1 minute on this relay, then they're gonna get their points. Okay, so with that being said, I am gonna close out these minor screens because I don't think that there's a purpose for having them. We don't need the distraction. Let's focus on the big match right here. This is your big match for today. Is NWO still? Yeah, they should be almost there. They better protect that because it looks like 9MD is full sending to the relay. And it does look like they have a lot of backup. Last minute, 1 minute to get the key. If they can, NWO takes a 5,000 point lead. And they're gonna need it. NWO Racken just transferred over. See if they can protect long enough. I don't see anyone else. Looks like they're starting to attack bases. San Kong, looks like he's probably gonna get knocked out here soon. But you got 30 seconds for this key. If they can, this key is going to be a massive game changer here for them. This might actually make or break the match. However, you know, obviously it's going to be another key, and if NWO can't hold it, then you know, we're back right where we were. But 14 seconds. Are they going to get the key? NWO needs to get this key. They need to get this key. I can't see because Sand just went in the way. I think they lost it. Nope, they still got it. Last seconds, they got it. NWO gets the key, makes a 5,000 point lead, 23,000, 18,000. NWO takes the lead in an otherwise neck and neck match. Yeah, it looks like they're trying to take a few structures, but they're going back and forth on them. But now that the key is out of the way, you're probably going to see a lot of structure battles back and forth here. It looks like NWO is controlling the 9MD relays. That is a smart move. They probably have their strongest in there, so that even if 9MD does get the key, it gets automatically bumped back. So that was a smart move on their part. Looks like we're going to have some attacks on the outside structures. 9MD is going for the hospital, and 9MD is going for the rocket repair shop. They're making their moves on the outside structures. 9MD to recap some of those lost points. That is going to be a game changer. Looks like 9MD has the other rocket center. The armories are being contested. NWO is going for the one closest to them, and 9MD is trying to hold on to the one closest to them. This is going to be a tight one. It's going to be a tight one. Even with the key going to NWO, I have a feeling it's going to be tight, because it looks like 9MD is playing smart, I guess, so to say, by trying to get as many of these structures. Look, they got almost all of them now. I mean, they're not going to hold them, but this is where their points are going to come from, it looks like, to make up for that 5,000 point loss. If they can hold on to the outside structures, that's really going to make a game changer for them. NWO is going to have the other rocket repair shop in about 10 seconds. However, looks like 9MD is sending someone to go get it. This is another reason why people start looking to build watchtowers to the outside, so that you can get to these structures faster. It's a smart strategy. And it might pay off for 9MD, and it might really hinder NWO for not going outside. If NWO wants to stay in it while they're sitting here in between the keys, they need to start building watchtowers to the outside. It looks like NWO already has bases close to the spaceport. They're moved up, so their smart play here would start going outside so they can get some of these points to recap some of their losses. However, we're going neck and neck with some of these outside buildings, and we're already seeing 9MD recapping some of that loss. They're only 4,000 points now behind. They've already made up some of them, so we're looking at a 4,000 point loss instead of a 5. And if 9MD can hold on to some of these outside structures because they can get to them faster, then they're going to recap a lot of those points. The rocket repair shop is going to be a huge one. This has the most, gives you some of the most points every minute for holding on to it. So you really need to go for those rocket repair shops if you're looking for points. Command center's only 50, but it allows you to teleport around the map. Hospital gives you 100. Most of the other ones, I believe, give you 100. The rocket repair shop gives you 200, and I think the outpost only gives you 50. Yeah. So yeah, you really want that rocket repair shop, because that's where a lot of your points are going to come from. The armory's 100, but 200 points every minute is a massive game changer. So holding on to those rocket repair shots. Looks like NWO is moving up to the rocket, or to the spaceport, I should say. So yeah, if it looks like NWO is going to be taking the other rocket repair shop, which will in turn give them a better lead. Who do you think is going to win in this match? I don't know. I more than likely NWO, because of that 5,000 point lead, but they need to get the next key. The next key, whoever gets the next key, if anyone gets the next key, could change this entire game. This match could go to 9MD if 9MD grabs the next key. If you stay neck and neck like this, and 9MD is able to grab the key from the spaceport, then yeah. However, more than likely, I've already bet that NWO is going to win. That's who I would like to see win, but you never know. I mean, I'm not invested in this. Like, I'm not in 12-24 or 13-14, and I don't really face either one of them very often, so it doesn't really matter to me. But based on performances so far and what I've liked, what I've seen, NWO is the person I feel like is going to win this match based on what I've seen so far. But 9MD has fought tooth and nail to get where they are, and they are a strong alliance, so I wouldn't discount them either. This match is interesting. This is the only one, and like I said, there's a lot you can learn from this. Like, so those of you who aren't used to Oblivion or not used to playing Oblivion or haven't really seen Oblivion, this is actually a very good example of how bloody, I guess, so to say, it can get. And this is where tactics, you can see some of the tactics here. Like I said, you can see 9MD went to the outside here. They should have went a little bit closer to this rocket repair shop, but they didn't for some reason. But yeah, by going to the outside, you can teleport bases outside and they can get to these structures faster. If your stronger bases can, like if their sole job for the stronger bases is to take these buildings and hold them, then, you know, if they're out here already, they can get to the structures faster. Same thing on this side. And these structures, people ignore them, but these give you your points. This is, you know, yes, the key gives you 5,000 points, but if you control the massive point giving structures, or all of them, you can cover that spread big time. But it looks like NWO is starting to take a little bit of a lead, a little bit bigger of a lead, I should say, because it looks like they are controlling some of the structures on the outside a little bit more. It looks like NWO, in my opinion, NWO has more power than 9MD. And that's why I was kind of surprised this was so close to begin with. But I would like to see how this goes. Was fun though, it got very bloody, yeah. E1Z and DTN, nice, bad boy, good, good, good. But yeah, and this is another thing like where people don't really get it, I guess, so to say. You can't just willy-nilly this. Like if you really want to win, right? If you want to win ASC in your division or whatever, yeah, you got to have strong bases. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of alliances have strong bases. You need to have the strategy in place so that people are all working towards the same common goal. So for example, let's say my alliance, right? We have 3 bases that are very hard to move. Let's just say that. If one of those bases, if you took all 3 bases and you put one at the top, one in the middle, and one at the bottom, it's going to be very hard for the opponent to dislodge them. You have one base looking at only these upper structures, you have the bottom base only looking at these bottom structures, and you have your middle base only looking at the relays and stuff here. That gives your alliance a better chance of winning because they're controlling, and they can be at those strong bases can be at these other structures quicker. You can divvy it up that way. I have my smaller bases working on gathering and building watchtowers quickly. They can just zoom around. They can help back up some of these buildings so the big base can pull their garrisons as they need to attack whichever ones that they need to. So yeah, it's strategy and working together is huge in Oblivion, and people, I think, especially if you haven't played it before or you're not used to it, people ignore that aspect. But it looks like NWO is taking a 6,000 point lead. So this is going to, they're starting to pull away here. And the key is going to be coming up in about 5 minutes. So that might actually change a lot. I'm still trying to keep an eye on the other matches just in case there's a massive upset somewhere along the line. But I'm not expecting one. RAU is is really falling behind. They've almost given up at this point. When it was 321 million power came out with 215, and what's that? Oh, in your match, yeah. But you get it all back in Oblivion. You get everything back, which is nice, I guess, so to say. Okay. So yeah, they're starting to pull away. NWO is starting to pull away. But we're going to see what happens. It looks like 9MD has gotten a lot of their bases crushed. They had a bunch of bases along this line here. It looks like they got all kicked out by pretty much, probably by their president, to be honest. J. Lou. So this pretty much opens the door for NWA to just finish up and win. Be honest with you. Yep, T5X is going to be taking a loss here. 3OS is taking the win here. I'm just taking a look at the scores and the other ones just to make sure everything's still staying the way it's supposed to, or the way it was staying. But it's nice to not have to scroll through 25 matches to see what's going on. I will say that. I don't even need to check those. That was already a massive upset. WNB, or not an upset, but prediction, I guess, so to say. Killuminati was already destroying, and so if we go to the last ones, let's just make sure in group 4 nothing has changed. Yeah, this is as close as it's gonna get, but it looks like NWO has pulled ahead. It looks like 9MD's running out of steam. It looks like they definitely started running out of troops. You're not seeing as much movement from the bases. And it looks like all their bases have already come back. The ones that have been destroyed have already come back. So it doesn't look like there's much of a chance for 9MD, to be honest. And it looks like they're starting to fall back. Excuse me. But I will say 9MD is holding on to all the structures. They're giving it a shot, but I don't think they're going to be able to hold up. NWO gets this key and it's over. HXN takes a massive win here. That's a guaranteed. And yeah, INM is guaranteed against RAU. They've run out of steam, so yeah, this is the only match that is not 100% yet. If NWO gets this next key, then I will be safe enough to say that NWO wins. But 1 minute 28 seconds, and we will know who the winner is here. Well, we'll either know who the winner is, or they're going to continue to fight tooth and nail. Did I? No, I was on the road. I was out of town. I was driving home, so I didn't get a chance to fight in Oblivion. I know we lost, but that's probably because no one showed up. But you know, I'm trying to get my alliance to understand the importance of it. But if they don't, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Be honest with you. 30 seconds for the key, or 38 I should say. And then if NWO gets this key, which more than likely they will, this is going to be over. NWO 9MD definitely can't even come close. NWO is already holding on to the one relay, so it looks like they can't do much of anything anyways. Come on. Why are you... There we go. Because your leadership gets to choose what time they do it. There's a time frame. It's kind of like... what was it? What did we do? Oh, Doomsday. When you did Doomsday and you did fights and you could select what time that you wanted to do it, It's the same thing for Oblivion. You could choose a time frame to do it in so that you can make sure your alliance shows up. Yours probably changing because your leaders are probably trying to figure out what time works best for the majority of players. Or your R5 is just a dick and says, this is when I'm available, and you're going to do what I say or else. Key is being escorted. NWO has the key. They're finishing up on their first relay. If they get this 5,000 points, I don't think 9MD is going to be able to even come close, even with all the structures. I can't see that happening. Unless they own all the structures and, NWO doesn't take a single structure, which I don't see that happening. But once NWO gets the next relay, we're going to see what happens. It looks like 9MD is giving it a shot. They're definitely trying to take the relay. I will say that. Are they going to be able to is another story. Let's see. Someone just knocked out the entire garrison. 40 seconds. Can NWO hold on to it? They're sending their reinforcements. They got the garrison knocked out, but 30 seconds. I mean, 9MD has to travel far in order to go, so they need, if they wanted to knock it out, if they needed to time it. But it looks like 19 seconds. We're going to see what happens here. Sending the garrison back in. 10 seconds. Like I said, if NWO gets this, I'm pretty confident in calling this match for NWO. And they got the points. All right. So 10,000 point lead. I can't see 9MD coming back from it, but they could still get points for tomorrow. So this is another good lesson though that people should learn is don't give up, only because the amount of points that you get in every match is going to count towards the next round. So if two teams have the same wins, so like two alliances have 2 wins each, whoever scored more points overall is going to rank higher than the one below. So even though you're getting destroyed, you shouldn't give up, especially on round 1, because you want to get as many points as you can to stay in the competition. I mean, everyone here is probably going to take a loss in this round. So I feel safe. We'll talk about it. Let me back out here. We'll talk about it for a second. I'll do the giveaway and we'll move on. Let everyone go on with their day. But let's talk about this real quick because let's recap, because I think we already have clear-cut winners for today. But let's talk about that. So you want to keep getting points because let's say for example, WGS, or they're already in order, so let's just go by this. Let's say PYW is the clear-cut mover on, right? WGS, T5X, both are tied, right? They both have 2 wins, right? It's 2 and 2. If T5X scored more points overall, they'll be in the number 2 spot. But they have to win. You know, you have to be tied and you have to win. So it's always important to not give up and get as many points as you can, even if you're getting dominated. All right, so for Group 1, WGS is going to take the win today. 3OS 1401 is going to take the win today. Both of these are going to have a 1-1 and 0-0. Group 2 is going to be WNV and GV3. Both are going to be winning their matches today. Not too many surprises here. Group 3, Killuminati won. EGK only got here. I heard that a lot of them already emigrated to another state, so they only got there because they were left over from earlier. But Killuminati is going to be getting the win here. NWO is going to be getting the win here. And in Group 4, HXN is going to win and INM is going to win. So after this all finishes up, the round 2 matchups should be showing, and it'll be interesting to see who will be fighting tomorrow. But we will be live tomorrow to see the matches and to see how things pan out, because after tomorrow we're going to have some very clear cut who's going into the semifinals for ASC. 30s is winning. What do you mean 30s? There's a lot of 30s. 1230, 1330. But yes, everyone I said is winning. 1401 is winning. Oh, you mean 3OS? Yeah, 1401 beat PYW. Psycho Wreckers got destroyed. I'll show you. $14.01 is a very strong team. They're also very active. But will they make it to the end? Probably not. Yeah, no, will they make it to the end? Probably not. But for what they've been matched with, they've been, yeah, they won. PYW also has been slowly not showing up as often. Let's just say that, so to say. So, but if they get matched with, if they get matched with T5X or WGS, they're definitely losing. So that's not going to be surprising. And yeah. Yeah, that's going to be your ranks so far. All right, let's let me set up the bot. All right. All right. So, the giveaway, we have 15 gift codes to give away. If you want to be in the giveaway, you have to type in, I'm going to show you, exclamation mark, pick me. Should be able, oh, you can't see it. Of course you can't, right? Hold on. I'm going to do it this way. All right, enter the giveaway, exclamation mark, pick me, just like you see it. And you will be put on the list, and I will put it in the random wheel picker, whatever it is. Exclamation mark, pick me. Otherwise, you're not going to get entered. There you go. Zoom out. I don't need to zoom out. Pick me, just like that. There you go. There you go. I'm gonna open it up. I'm gonna close it in 4 minutes. So if you want in, type in exclamation mark, pick me. 4 minutes. I'm shutting it down. And then whatever names are on the list are going to be entered for the giveaway. 15 gift codes to be given out. 15 winners will get the temporary skin base diamonds and the $10 crypto coins. And then we'll go from there. Play some music. Make it a little louder. And remember, you can only type it in once, so it won't repeat. It doesn't matter if you type it in 100 times or not. Two more minutes. Or 1 and change, I should say. Yes, you can only type it in once. It won't repeat. It won't repeat. That's I gotta love bots. Gotta love the smartness of bots because they're smarter than me. And then tomorrow we'll also do a giveaway. So if you don't win today, you'll have a chance to win tomorrow. And then I am going out of town for a week, and then I'll be back for the next round. All right. Few more seconds. Few more seconds. Few more seconds. That is it. All right, you can stop typing it. It's not going in anymore. It's not gonna work. You don't. It's it. It's either in or it's not. All right. Let me. All right, hold on. There we go. All right. Let me close that. Let's copy and paste the noms. You can stop typing it. It's not going to work. I've already shut down the bot, so it's not going to do you any good. All right. Let me make it fit the screen. I don't know what I did here. Hold on. I gotta fix this. There we go. All right. 15 winners. 15. 56 people. 15 winners. First one. Summer Breeze. Congrats. Let's remove. Next winner. Remember, Discord. Write me in Discord. I'll get you the gift code. Marcelo. And like I said, it might not be immediately, but I will get you the code. Gotta give me a little bit. Congrats. Strip 88. Congrats. Boop, 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 boop. Let's go, let's go, let's go. DD Roy. Yep, DD. This is number 5. Yuck. Ten more. Who gonna win? Who gonna win? Who gonna win? Who gonna get it? Who gonna get it? Congrats, Riz. Congrats. Number 7. Congrats. I'll shuffle in halfway, so after this one. TJ, congrats. All right, let's shuffle it up some more. Let's make it random. All right, let's go. Queen 0, it looks like. Congrats. Number 9. Darkseed. Congrats. Suresh. Congrats, Suresh. Number 11. It's the last 5. Mortrid. Congrats. Abdul. Congrats. Last 3. Jum. All right, last two. Let's go for a crazy shuffle. Boom. Last 2. Boom. Here we go. Oh, Ali. All right, last one. Last. Riri. All right, congratulations to all the winners. If you are new to this and you've never won before, contact me on Discord. Is going to be your best bet. All you do is just go to let me see if I pull it up again. You can either join my Discord in the description below, or you can go to the Last Shelter Discord, and I'll be on the right-hand side, the T. You just right-click and message me, or tap on it, message me, whatever you want to do. Write me privately, and I will get you your gift code for all the winners. Yeah, and that'll be it for today. Congratulations if you were participating in ACS today and your team won. If not, hey, there's always tomorrow. With that being said, enjoy the rest of your day. Okay, be safe, share the information, but most importantly, have fun and be safe out there. Bye.